going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and welcome back to episode number 2 of our Bargain Bin series here from Madden Ultimate Team 15. If you missed the first episode, be sure to go check it out. Basically, what we are doing is we're building a budget squad together, and every single player that we put on this roster is going to go for under 10K. We started out with getting the Team of the Week Geno Smith card for about 6.7K, and he is going to be our quarterback on the team. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at some really good budget centers and then go ahead and select one to put on our roster. So let's get on into it. Alright, so the first thing I did is I went ahead and checked out all the elite centers just to see if there were any below 10K, and there weren't. So we're going to go right on over to the gold, and the first one that we're going to take a look at is Nick Mangold. Now, I'm not sure about the road to the playoffs, and yeah, actually you can. So there's the road to the playoff version and the regular gold version. I'm not sure if there's a huge difference between other than the style, but they're both 85 overall. We'll just take a look at the road to the playoffs version and some of the stats on the back of his card. 91 strength, 63 speed. The one thing that I liked about him was his awareness at 94. He's the most aware center in the game when it comes to gold centers. His pass block is 88. His run block is 81. So basically he's in the 80s for blocking. Those are really the most important stats when it comes to offensive linemen. Run block strength, run block footwork, pass block strength, pass block footwork don't really seem to make a huge difference, but in this case, he's all in the upper 80s or lower 90s. Impact blocking is an 89. That's usually something that plays an importance in offensive linemen. And then he has good stamina, 88 and 89 injury. So Nick Mangold is the first center that we'll take a look at here, but that's not the one we're going to purchase. Let's take a look at some more. Will Montgomery from the Denver Broncos, another really good center to take a look at. We'll see some of his stats, and the one thing that I liked about him was his really high run blocking, which is at a 92. His pass block is down at an 82, but he has 94 strength. He is the only center in this year's game, the only center with a gold card that has that high of a strength. Everybody else is a little below him. So that's why I took a look at this card, and again, 2.3K, extremely cheap, 82 pass block, 92 run block, and then we'll go ahead and take a look. His impact blocking, just like Mangold, was an 89, and then his run block strength, footwork, pass block strength, and footwork looks like it's a little better than Mangold, either mid-90s and then one at a lower or upper 80s. So this card actually looks like it might be a little better than Mangold, even though it's only an 82 overall, and Mangold's an 85. Brian Stork, the Football Outsiders center for the New England Patriots, is the fastest gold center in the game. So if you need a center that's going to get out and make those blocks for you, you might want to check this guy out. 78 speed, he has 80 pass blocking, 90 impact block, 88 run block, and you can pick him up for under 5K, so an extremely cheap card. Again, he's a Football Outsiders, so it's one of the cards that's released mid-season, but he has 91 strength, so he's pretty close up there with that 94 that we took a look at a minute ago. Again, 80 pass block, 88 run block, and then we'll take a look. Impact blocking is 90, and his footwork and strength on the individual things of run and pass block seem to all be up into the upper and mid-80s. If you're looking at somebody who's really good at pass blocking, you want to look at Steven Wynowski from the Oakland Raiders. I may have butchered his name. Now, there's not many on the auction house right now, and as you can see, only one under 10K, but on average, he usually goes for about that. Out of all the gold cards, he has the second highest pass block for a center. The only one above him is Brian De La Puente from the Chicago Bears, but I'm not going to take a look at his stats, and I'll tell you why, because he does have a 92 pass block. The card we're looking at here has a 91, but the difference between the two is that if you look at Steven's run block, it's up there at an 88, as to where Brian De La Puente, or however you say his name, his run block is only an 84. So that's why I decided to take a look at this card instead, and we'll take a look at some of the hidden stats. Again, 86 strength right there. We'll go down, 85 awareness, 91 pass block, 88 run block. We'll take a look at his impact blocking is in the 90s at a 91. 84 run block strength, 90 run block footwork, 80 pass block strength, and 85 pass block footwork. So we're in the mid and upper 90s in those different categories. So we're going to take a look at one last center here, and it's actually the center that I'm going to go with, and it's going to be my boy from the Philadelphia Eagles, Jason Kelce. Again, very, very much under 10K. You can get him for 2.5 and 3.1. I'm probably going to end up buying the Road to the Playoffs version just because, but you know, I'm going to take a look at him because he, out of all the gold cards, other than there is a there's one center for the Dallas Cowboys, Travis Frederick, I believe. He has a 97 run block, but he's only a 78 overall. Jason Kelce has the next highest for all gold centers at 95 run block. His pass block isn't too bad either. It's right in the mid. It's an 85 there, and then we'll take a look. He also is really fast. He doesn't have the strength that most of these other centers have been looking at. He's only at 77 strength, but he's up there in speed at 70. His awareness is an 80. And then we'll take a look at some of the other stats here down towards the bottom. Impact blocking, 87. Run block strength, 78. Run block footwork, 89. Pass block strength, 80. And run block footwork, 88. So you guys can make the decision on what's the better card. Honestly, I would probably say this one is not compared to all the other cards that I took a look at, but I'm going to go with this one just being an Eagles fan and wanting him on my team. So for 3.1K, we're going to go ahead and buy Jason Kelce, and we're going to put him into our lineup, and we'll take a look at it here and see how our lineup looks now after our second purchase. Again, this thing is just getting started, but we're going to keep building. I'm going to try to do 2 episodes of this series each day and just go from there. And let's add our center to the roster and see what our overall improves to. We are now a 17 overall. So we have our center and we have our quarterback. In the next episode, I'm going to take a look at some defensive positions. I haven't made up my mind yet, so why don't you guys let me know in the comment section what position on defense should the next episode be? Should we look at cornerbacks, safeties, linebackers, defensive tackles, or ends? Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out. Peace.